Welcome to this explainer, where we dive into the staggering economics and dramatic ascent of the richest athlete in the world. Today, we're going to explore a story of unprecedented financial scaling, raw ambition, and how a young boy with literally nothing transformed himself into a global corporate empire. We all know the name on the back of the jersey, right? But how exactly did Cristiano Ronaldo build a financial fortress that rivals major corporations? Let's unpack the numbers, the strategy, and the incredible journey behind the ultimate sports mogul.
Let's just jump straight into the sheer scale of his wealth. Upon signing his 2025 contract extension, Cristiano Ronaldo's net worth officially hit a staggering $1.2 billion. Now, there were rumors floating around for years that he was already a billionaire, but it was this massive new deal with the Saudi team Al Nassr that officially pushed him over that 10-figure mark. He is completely in a league of his own, sitting, an estimated $350 million richer than his longtime rival Lionel Messi. But to truly understand the weight of that billion-dollar number, we have to look at where this story actually begins.
Because the emotional contrast here is just staggering. Before the private jets, the mega mansions, and the billion-dollar brand deals, Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro was the youngest of 4 children growing up on the small Portuguese island of Madeira. He was raised in a working-class family. His mother was a cook and his father worked as a municipal gardener. Fun fact, he was actually named after his father's favorite actor, Ronald Reagan. The boy who now owns luxury estates all across the globe grew up sharing a single tiny room with his 3 siblings.
And honestly, his dream almost ended before it even really began. At just 14 years old, after leaving school to pursue football full-time, Ronaldo was diagnosed with a racing heart. I mean, this is a condition that absolutely threatened to derail his young career and end his football dream forever. He had to undergo surgery to correct the issue, but incredibly, he was back on the training pitch just days later. He took that early hardship and turned it into the exact fuel he needed for his global superstardom. It's a powerful reminder that the obstacles threatening to break us can sometimes become the ultimate catalyst for greatness.
Let's look at the engine behind all this wealth. A legendary, record-shattering football career spanning over 2 decades. Starting with his breakout at Sporting CP and his record-breaking teenage transfer to Manchester United back in 2003, all the way through his historic run at Real Madrid, his time at Juventus, and his current era at Al Nassr, we're talking about 5 Ballon d'Or awards, 5 UEFA Champions League titles, and over 900 official career goals. He's the all-time leading scorer for Real Madrid, the Portuguese national team, and the Champions League. This sustained 2-decade excellence on the pitch is the absolute bedrock of the financial fortress we're about to explore.
All right, let's move into Section 1, the Wealth Dashboard, Building the Empire.
While Ronaldo is obviously a master with the football, he might just be an even better businessman. When you break down his primary wealth anchors, it's amazing to see how they've shifted from mere player salary to massive diversified revenue streams. You've got the $620 million base of his Al Nassr extension, sure, but it's balanced by a lifetime Nike deal with a potential value of over $1 billion. That places him in the rarefied air of athletes like Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Then you add in a $150 million real estate portfolio and a $45 million equity stake in Al Nassr itself. He's no longer just an employee of a club, he is a stakeholder.
But make no mistake, the absolute crown jewel of his current earnings is that base salary at Al Nassr. It is an astronomical $224 million every single year. That anchors the most lucrative contract in the history of sports. When you factor in his signing bonuses and performance incentives, like get this, taking home $100,000 for every single goal he scores, the total compensation of this deal could exceed $936 million if all bonuses and commercial agreements hit. It's a mind-numbing figure that guarantees he remains the global face of Saudi Arabian football through age 42.
Okay, pay close attention to this next point, because this is where the math gets absolutely fascinating. The crucial element here is the built-in 45% advantage he enjoys in Saudi Arabia. Unlike his previous contracts in Europe, where income taxes could gobble up to 45% of his salary, Saudi Arabia does not impose personal income tax on his wages. That means he keeps every single cent. To earn his roughly $338 million in annual Saudi income in a highly taxed European country, he would need a pre-tax salary of $614 million. This tax-free loophole is the ultimate accelerator that launched him into billionaire status.
And it's not even just the sheer cash salary. It's the jaw-dropping luxury lifestyle perks baked right into this 2025 extension. Honestly, it reads less like a sports contract and more like a merger agreement for a head of state. He receives the equivalent of $5 million just in private jet usage, a massive 16-person full-time household staff covering chefs, drivers, and security, and of course that incredible 15% ownership stake in the club itself. He literally owns a piece of the team he suits up for.
Let's move on to Section 2, the Ronaldo effect, unparalleled brand power.
You see, Ronaldo's wealth isn't just about what a football club pays him, it's about the sheer gravity of his personal brand. He is literally the most followed human being on the planet. With over 670 million followers on Instagram alone, he has a digital pull that completely dwarfs his closest competitors. We're talking roughly 160 million more followers than Messi and 250 million more than Selena Gomez. This unmatched digital real estate lets him command between $2.5 and $3.5 million for a single sponsored post. When Ronaldo holds up a product, hundreds of millions of people see it instantly. And this unmatched digital leverage is the exact foundation of his venture portfolio. From that $1 billion lifetime Nike deal we mentioned, to his massive 50-50 partnership with the Pastana Hotel Group, operating luxury CR7 hotels across the globe. But you really have to look at his Your Cristiano YouTube channel. Launched in late 2024, it became the fastest channel in history to reach 50 million subscribers, and it's already generating an estimated $10 million a year in high-margin ad revenue. He has masterfully diversified his empire far beyond the pitch, branching into fragrances, fitness gyms, and even tech investments.
Which brings us to Section 3, luxury lifestyle, high-yield trophy assets. So how exactly does a billionaire athlete spend all that cash? Well, by acquiring a spectacular $150 million global real estate footprint. These aren't just homes, they act as both private luxury sanctuaries and highly secure financial investments. Take his recently acquired $30 million waterfront mansion in Dubai, located on the highly exclusive, high-security Billionaire Island. He also recently liquidated his $6.6 million Manchester estate, but without a doubt, the true crown jewel of his personal portfolio is his estate back home in Portugal.
His primary European retirement estate in Cascais, Portugal is just a true masterclass in luxury. Originally budgeted at $21 million, high-spec customizations pushed the final valuation to a staggering $30 million. And what do you get for $30 million bucks? A massive glass-bottom pool and a subterranean 30-car garage custom designed to house his incredible supercar collection once he finally hangs up his cleats. It is the ultimate palace for the boy who once shared a tiny cramped room with 3 siblings. So, we leave you with this final thought. By the time he retires, Cristiano Ronaldo will have easily surpassed $2 billion in career earnings from salary and endorsements alone, joining an ultra-elite club of billionaire athletes like Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan. As his financial empire scales to heights never before seen in the sport, has Cristiano Ronaldo set a record of wealth longevity and global influence that will simply never be broken? What do you think?